Beverly Hills 90210-1990 wasn't just a TV show, it was a brilliant era that defined our youth. But in 2026, as that familiar theme song echoes, we are forced to confront a heartbreaking reality: some stars have left us forever while others are still locked in a desperate struggle with fate. This video is the most complete and moving tribute to the destinies of this legendary cast. Subscribe now to help us keep the flame of these unforgettable memories alive forever. Jason Priestley as Brandon Walsh, the virtuous anchor chasing the fast lane. Born August 28, 1969. Jason was 21 years old when he became the ethical heart of zip code 90210 in 1990. To millions, he was the wholesome, upstanding Brandon Walsh, the ultimate moral compass of the Midwest. However, the hidden weight of Jason's journey was the exhausting pressure of being a perfect role model in the public eye while harboring a restless, high-octane spirit that the cameras were never meant to capture. The true tragedy of his story was the jarring contrast between his on-screen perfection and the gritty, dangerous realities of his personal life. In 1998, the Golden Boy image was shattered by a high-profile DUI incident that resulted in a suspended license and a hard lesson in the cost of fame. But Jason didn't just seek redemption. He sought an adrenaline-fueled escape on the racetrack. This passion nearly became his final chapter in 2002 when he crashed a race car into a wall at nearly 180 miles per hour. He didn't just survive the wreckage, he rebuilt his life from it, proving that he possessed a rugged resilience that Brandon Walsh never had to tap into. In his private life, Jason navigated the shifting tides of early success to find lasting stability. After a brief marriage to Ashley Peterson, he found his true anchor in makeup artist Naomi Laude in 2005. Together, they have raised two children, Ava and her younger brother, away from the frantic energy of the teen idol years. He transitioned seamlessly from the boy next door to a prolific director and a versatile lead in shows like Call Me Fitz and Private Eyes, trading the teen heartthrob label for the respect of a seasoned industry veteran. Jason Priestley is 56 years old. He remains a titan of the television landscape, maintaining an estimated net worth of $12 million. Shannen Doherty as Brenda Walsh, the misunderstood firebrand of the Midwest. Born April 12, 1971. Shannen was 19 years old when she first breathed life into the passionate Brenda Walsh in 1990. While she became the voice of a generation's teenage rebellion, the real tragedy of Shannen's journey was the relentless villain narrative the media weaponized against her. At a young age, she was unfairly branded as difficult, a label she carried for decades that often overshadowed the immense talent and raw vulnerability she brought to the screen. The true weight of her story was her heroic decade-long battle with health. From her initial diagnosis in 2015 through a mastectomy, chemotherapy, and a brief remission, Shannen's life became a public testament to resilience. Even when the cancer returned as stage 4 and metastasized to her brain in 2023, she refused to retreat, using her final years to advocate for others with a level of courage that finally silenced her critics. She proved that her spirit was far more formidable than the bad girl image the tabloids had created. Shannen Doherty passed away on July 13, 2024 at the age of 53. Her legacy is defined not by controversy, but by the fierce honesty with which she lived her life. She left behind an estate valued at $10 million, which included her iconic Malibu mansion that was listed for sale by her mother Rosa in August 2025 for $9.45 million. Shannen remains the unforgettable heart of the show's early years, a woman who fought for her truth until the very end. Luke Perry as Dylan McKay, the lonely rebel with a James Dean soul. Born October 11, 1966. Luke was 24 years old when he rode onto the screen in 1990, instantly becoming the brooding heartbeat of a generation. To millions, he was the porcelain-skinned rebel Dylan McKay, the bad boy everyone wanted to save. But the real weight of Luke's journey was the silent, steady effort to remain a humble, grounded man while the world tried to turn him into a shallow idol. He was the biggest star of the decade, yet he famously preferred his quiet farm life over the hollow glitz of Hollywood. The true tragedy of Luke's story was the suddenness of his departure just as he was enjoying a powerful career resurgence. In February 2019, while starring as the beloved Fred Andrews on Riverdale, Luke suffered a devastating stroke at home. Despite the prayers of fans worldwide, a second stroke led his family to make the impossible decision to remove him from life support. His true character was reflected in the tributes that followed. His Riverdale son KJ Appa revealed that Luke treated him like family off-screen, calling Appa's parents every week to give them updates, and even bringing Gatorade to his apartment when he was sick. Luke Perry passed away on March 4, 2019 at the age of 52, in a final act that mirrored his unique, unassuming spirit. He was buried on his family's Tennessee farm in an eco-friendly mushroom burial suit, a choice meant to return his physical self to the plant life he loved. At the time of his death, he maintained a net worth of $10 million, but his true wealth was found in the profound respect of his peers. Jennie Garth as Kelly Taylor. The resilient heart beneath the it-girl glamour. Born April 3, 1972. Jennie was only 18 years old when she first stepped into the sun-drenched halls of West Beverly High in 1990. While her character Kelly Taylor was the ultimate it-girl who seemed to have it all, the hidden weight of Jennie's journey was the relentless scripted trauma she had to portray, from cults to fires, which often mirrored the intense real-life scrutiny of her personal transitions and health. The true tragedy of Jennie's story was the silent physical burden she carried while maintaining her image as a television sweetheart. In 2002, at the height of her career, she was diagnosed with a leaky heart valve, a condition she had to manage privately while navigating the grueling demands of the industry and raising 3 daughters, Luca, Lola, and Fiona. Her personal life was often a public battlefield. After high-profile marriages and a difficult divorce from actor Peter Fasinelli, she found a complicated path to peace with David Abrams, navigating a brief legal separation before a heartfelt reconciliation in 2019. Jennie proved to be a master of the second act, reclaiming her iconic role as Kelly Taylor in the 2008 reboot and finding new success as an author and reality star. She traded the blonde bombshell stereotype for the raw honesty of her memoir, Deep Thoughts, from a Hollywood blonde, showing the world that her true strength wasn't in her perfect appearance, but in her ability to keep moving forward despite a literal and metaphorical fragile heart. Jennie Garth is 54 years old. She remains a symbol of professional longevity and personal reinvention, maintaining an estimated net worth of $8 million. Her legacy is one of survival, a woman who spent her youth in a golden cage of fame and emerged as a grounded, resilient artist who finally owns the beat of her own heart. Ian Ziering as Steve Sanders, the wealthy underachiever in search of a father's approval. Born March 30, 1964. Ian was 26 years old when he first pulled up to West Beverly High in a Corvette in 1990. While the world saw a spoiled, carefree rich kid, the real weight of Ian's journey was the silent battle against the typecasting trap. A veteran child actor since the age of 12, Ian brought a relentless professional work ethic to a character often dismissed as shallow fighting, a decade-long battle to prove he was more than just a flashy sidekick in a neon world. The hidden tragedy of his story was the public nature of his personal transitions. He spent nearly 300 episodes in Steve Sanders' shadow, only to face a highly contentious and public divorce from his first wife, Nikki Sheeler, in 2002. He eventually found stability with Aaron Ludwig, with whom he shares 2 daughters, Mia and Penna May, but that chapter also ended in a painful separation in 2019. Ian was forced to navigate the complexities of single fatherhood and a shifting career, while the world still expected him to be the perpetually smiling boy from the Peach Pit. But Ian's true legacy is his remarkable talent for reinvention. He didn't just fade into the background of nostalgia. He leaned into the cult nature of fame, becoming a global phenomenon with the Sharknado franchise and showcasing his discipline with the Chippendales. He traded the spoiled underachiever narrative for the role of a savvy, hardworking industry survivor, proving that his real-world ambition far exceeded the character that made him famous. Ian Ziering is 62 years old. He remains a steady and respected presence in the industry, maintaining an estimated net worth of $2 million. His journey stands as a masterclass in professional stamina, the story of a man who survived the high-stakes world of teen drama and emerged as a master of his own destiny. Brian Austin Green as David Silver, the ambitious prodigy growing up in public. Born July 15, 1973. Brian was only 17 years old when he became the baby of the zip code in 1990. While the world watched David Silver evolve from a dorky freshman to a cool kid DJ, the hidden weight of Brian's journey was the silent, grueling pressure of experiencing his most formative years and his actual adolescence under the unforgiving glare of a global lens. He had to figure out who he was as a man while playing a character whose every mistake was scripted for millions to judge. The real tragedy of his story was the way the media often reduced his identity to his high-profile relationships. He spent the 90s dating co-stars like Tiffany Thiessen and Vanessa Marcil, with whom he shares a son, only to enter the eye of a massive tabloid hurricane during his on-again, off-again marriage to Megan Fox. For years, Brian navigated the exhausting complexity of raising 3 children with Fox, while the world focused more on his personal drama than his professional range. He fought a quiet uphill battle to be seen as more than just a teen heartthrob, or a famous husband working tirelessly to prove his worth as a versatile actor in grittier roles like Terminator: The Sarah Connor Chronicles. But Brian's true legacy is his resilience in the face of the 90210 shadow. He didn't just fade away, he built a remarkably steady career, showing up as a reliable powerhouse in everything from CSI Miami to Desperate Housewives. He traded the baby-faced image for a rugged, seasoned professionalism, proving that he was one of the few child stars who could actually survive the transition into a respected industry veteran without losing himself to the machine. Brian Austin. Green is 52 years old. He has successfully navigated the turbulent waters of early fame and public heartbreak to emerge as a devoted father and a consistent force in television. With an estimated net worth of $8 million, he stands as a reminder that growing up in public doesn't have to break you if you have the strength to keep reinventing yourself. Tori Spelling as Donna Martin, the producer's daughter in a glass house. Born May 16, 1973. Tori was 17 years old when she first walked the halls of West Beverly High in 1990. While the world saw the sweet fashion-forward Donna Martin, the hidden weight of Tori's journey was the relentless nepotism label she carried as the daughter of the legendary Aaron Spelling. She lived in a $150 million mansion, yet she spent her decade-long tenure on the show in a glass house of public scrutiny, working twice as hard to prove she earned her place through her comedic timing and genuine heart. The profound tragedy of Tori's story was the staggering distance between her billionaire upbringing and the harsh financial realities of her adult life. After a brief marriage to Charlie Shanian, she entered a high-profile 17-year union with Dean McDermott that became tabloid fodder for nearly 2 decades. Beyond the cameras, she faced a grueling domestic battle, raising 5 children while navigating a marriage that finally fractured in 2023. This personal crisis was compounded by a harrowing health scare in May 2023, when a hidden mold infection in her home left her family slowly dying for years, a stark symbol of the crumbling stability of her private world. Tori's true legacy is her raw, unfiltered survival. She traded the rich girl persona for the role of a resilient single mother filing for divorce in March 2024 and choosing to live her truth openly despite her financial struggles. She proved that having the world's most powerful producer as a father didn't protect her from life's hardest blows. It only gave her a larger stage to demonstrate her strength. Tori Spelling is 52 years old. In a shocking reversal of the Hollywood dream, she holds an estimated net worth of $200,000. Joe E. Tata as Nat Busicchio, the warm-hearted guardian of the Peach Pit. Born September 13, 1936. Joe was 54 years old when he first stepped behind the counter of the gang's favorite hangout in 1990. While the world saw the friendly paternal owner of the Peach Pit, the real weight of Joe's journey was the silent, steady endurance of a veteran character actor who had navigated the grueling television landscape since the 1960s. He brought a sense of seasoned reality to a world of neon and teenage angst, acting as the stabilizing force that both the characters and the show needed to stay grounded. The true victory of Joe's story was the profound role he played behind the scenes. While the young cast faced the overwhelming storm of overnight superstardom, Joe was their real-life anchor, a seasoned professional who modeled longevity and humility. His final chapter was defined by a quiet, courageous battle with Alzheimer's disease, a journey he faced with the same dignity and warmth that made Nat the soul of zip code 90210. He proved that true character isn't built on a script, but on how you treat those around you when the cameras finally stop rolling. Joe E. Tata passed away on August 25, 2022 at the age of 85. Today, in April 2026, his legacy is remembered as the unwavering heartbeat of the series. With an estimated net worth of $2 million at the time of his passing, he remains a beloved figure. A man who proved that the most important role you can play is the one that makes everyone else feel like they belong. Gabrielle Carteris as Andrea Zuckerman, the driven intellectual hiding a world of secrets. Born January 2, 1961, Gabrielle was 29 years old when she first walked the halls of West Beverly High in 1990. While the world saw the studious 16-year-old Andrea Zuckerman, the hidden weight of Gabrielle's journey was the immense pressure of maintaining a youthful facade while being significantly older than her castmates. A secret she kept so strictly that she lied about her age to get the part, fearing that the industry's expiration date for women would end her career before it truly began. In 2006, while filming a movie, Gabrielle suffered a devastating onset injury that left her face partially paralyzed and affected her ability to speak for over a year. The physical and emotional trauma was a silent battle, but it became the catalyst for her greatest professional victory. She transformed her pain into power, rising through the ranks of the Screen Actors Guild to become the president of SAG-AFTRA. In this role, she became a fierce architect of industry change, spearheading the IMDb law to combat age discrimination and leading the union through historic negotiations to protect actors in the digital age. In her private life, Gabrielle has been a model of stability in an industry defined by volatility. Since 1992, she has maintained a steadfast marriage to stockbroker Charles Isaacs, with whom she raised two daughters, Kelsey and Molly. She traded the teen star spotlight for the halls of labor leadership, proving that her true calling wasn't just to play an intellectual on screen, but to be a formidable leader who redefined the rights and dignity of every professional performer in Hollywood. Gabrielle Carteris is 65 years old. She stands as a titan of industry advocacy, having successfully bridged the gap between being a beloved actress and a powerful trade union leader. With an estimated net worth of $5 million, her legacy is one of courage and evolution. A woman who spent her youth pretending to be someone else and her maturity ensuring that everyone in her industry has the right to be exactly who they are. Carol Potter as Cindy Walsh, the maternal anchor in a storm of adolescence. Born September 16, 1948. Carol was 42 years old when she became America's favorite TV mom in 1990. While the world saw the quintessential nurturing mother who kept the Walsh household together, the real weight of Carol's journey was the quiet professional challenge of playing the voice of reason in a show that increasingly thrived on chaos. As 90210 shifted from family-oriented morality tales to high-stakes teen scandals, she navigated the invisible pressure of watching the moral compass of the show fade into the background to make room for the drama. The true victory of Carol's story was her profound transition from a fictional mother to a real-life healer. She didn't just walk away from the Hollywood machine. She mastered her own path, eventually training as a licensed marriage and family therapist. She proved that her maternal instincts were far more than just a script, using her platform and life experience to help real families navigate the complex emotional landscapes she once simulated on screen. She traded the TV mom stereotype for a legacy of genuine impact, showing that the most important roles are often played far from the bright lights of a studio set. In her private life, Carol has maintained a level of grace and stability rare in the industry. She survived the intense spotlight of the 90s without letting the machine define her, choosing to build a life centered on personal development and professional versatility. She proved that an actress's worth isn't determined by her screen time, but by the depth of her character and her willingness to evolve when the cameras stop rolling. In 2026, Carol Potter is 77 years old. She stands as a symbol of dignity and creative endurance. With an estimated net worth of $3 million, her legacy isn't just the warmth she brought to the Walsh kitchen. It is the courage she showed in reinventing herself to become a source of strength for others in the real world. James Eckhouse as Jim Walsh, the principled patriarch guarding the gates of 90210. Born February 14, 1955. James was 35 years old when he took on the task of bringing Midwestern discipline to America's wealthiest zip code in 1990. While fans often saw Jim Walsh as the obstacle to the gang's fun, The real weight of James's journey was the professional discipline of being the adult in the room, a role that required a quiet, grounded authority in a series increasingly defined by teenage impulsivity. The hidden victory of his story was his evolution from a father figure into a prolific director and mentor. He refused to be limited by the TV dad stereotype, leveraging his experience to direct and appear in major works like The Avengers Big and The Good Wife. He spent decades as a silent engine of the industry, proving that his artistic identity was far more expansive than the suburban walls of the Walsh household. He mastered the art of the long game, building a 4-decade career defined by versatility and the quiet respect of his peers. In his private life, James has been a pillar of stability and creative integrity. He chose to focus on the craft of acting and the discipline of directing, often serving as an artistic director to shape the landscape of modern theater and television. He traded the tabloid spotlight for a legacy of mentorship, proving that true success in Hollywood is found in the longevity of your work and the talent you help foster along the way. Now 71 years old. In 2026, James Eckhouse remains a respected veteran of the screen. With an estimated net worth of $3 million, his legacy is one of unwavering professional depth, a man who proved that being the voice of reason was a role worth playing for a lifetime.